We're live.
We're live?
We are live. Okay, so welcome back to the Barrett channel. We're here with Matt from JaYoe Nation. So, Matt.
Well, it's the Barrett channel and the JaYoe channel. We're simultaneously, we're simultaneously streaming.
We are. We're streaming to both channels. Ollie's just sorting out a few bits and pieces, and we will be with you. Ollie's going to be the cameraman.
Yeah, here we are. We're live.
Yeah. So where are we?
We are in Hongya. Hongya is inside the downtown of Chongqing. It's an 11-story stilt-built building that is kind of significant to the area because, I mean, Chongqing is hilly. And so a lot of the older structures here were built on hillsides, and so they had to be built with stilts. And so you had a lot of communities that were built on top of each other. So Hongya was sort of built as a replica and like made into a tourist spot here in downtown.
It was, yeah, and it's quite interesting because it's kind of, well, it is built into the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
So you can enter at road level on the first floor, and then you can take the elevator up, and we may take you up there later, up to the 11th floor, and you're still at road level. It's absolutely bizarre.
Just one quick thing for anybody who's in here. We are streaming from a camera here, so if you see Lee and Matt looking at their phones, they're actually checking the comment sections. So we'll try and get some interaction with you all as much as we can. But yeah, we're showing you out and about on the streets of Chongqing. If I turn you around there, you can see the skyscrapers in the background with one of their bridges there. So
we'll get a great view of that bridge a little bit later. There's a little platform. It'll be quite nice.
Waterside view that we're going to have a look at.
Yeah, so we'll take you around here, and yeah, let's get it started.
Yeah. We're going to look at a guy pissing right now. So that'll be nice.
If I can turn this around like so.
Let me.
And we've got a fairly
I'm just going to get the comments up on the screen right now. Just going to get the comments up on my phone so we can.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark Zimmerman, how's it going?
Let us know if the audio is coming in good and the picture's coming in good.
Hi, Arthur.
Okay, so who have we got in here? We have. Hang on, I just turn the volume.
Yeah, get us some shout outs, Big Dog.
So we have. Let's have a look. We've got. Hang on, Royston M, Shaolong View, CC. Hang on. Let me just. I've just got.
You know what's so funny is watching these two work together because I'm like a single guy doing all my stuff, but these two they're like Bonnie and Clyde but with humor.
Michael Soon, KC, Duck NG, Jane, Archive.
That's kind of a funny little.
Please, guys, hit the thumbs up and get this stream out there.
Yeah, anybody who does want to, you know, support, you can just do so by hitting the thumbs up, hitting that share button, and it will help.
Somebody from the south of England, West Sussex, is in the stream. Who else we got in here? Not a lot of comments in yet, so get those comments in. Eric NG, hi from Hong Kong. Hi, Eric. JaYoe.
Who's that? Hey, yeah.
So
this is Chinese fans.
Hi, Karen.
Do you want to give a few shout outs from your channel, Matt, at all?
Yeah, I think. Oh, somebody's dropped this.
So look at this beautiful place that we're at right now.
Everybody knows. Michael Lilly, I wish you were here. I wish I was there with you guys. Yeah. Well, you know what? You kind of are because.
Yeah, absolutely.
Through the virtual world, we're all here together.
Let's have a walk through here.
Let's have a little walk around. Yeah, let's turn the camera on. We've been here once before, haven't we? Just in a second.
Have,
and right now it seems there's a few places that are closed because it seems like it's more of a nighttime thing.
Yeah. It doesn't really start kicking off till sort of mid-afternoon.
So we'll flip you around in just a second, and then we will head towards the riverside and show you that area because it's really beautiful down there.
Hongya at night is like it's like a firework. You know how spectacular a firework looks when it pops? Like the whole every balcony, every lantern lights up. and you get this really, really beautiful contrast of all the yellow light.
You just
It reminds me of like
amazing.
Spirited Away.
Got it there, Ollie.
You're having some audio issues.
It's because you got this screwed there. Okay, now you can.
No, the other way around, the other way. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now we can show you the other side and
okay.
get the
I see.
get the audio.
Eric MG says it's auto detecting 1080p. Yeah, we are actually trying this new feature on our streaming software, which gives us 1080p. So let us know if the stream is good, and we'll bring you around. We're going to take you down to a platform that overlooks the river shortly. As Ollie said, these are closed because it's a nighttime thing, so things don't start opening up properly until the afternoon. But you can see all my little trinket stores and things here.
I got like 3 people calling in from Vancouver.
Wow.
Nice.
Hey,
So-
Mike. Hey, Shinmai, and hey, oh, that was Mike just doing twice. JaYoe from Vancouver.
Kaching, TikTok. And who else we got? Chris, hello from China. Hello. Sun Yu, hello. Kenneth Chu, hello. So please let us know if the stream is good and the audio is okay. And,
Fine antique city.
give that thumbs up a smash, please.
Yeah, this whole area, like Lee said, it's designed really for the nighttime. So as soon as the nighttime comes, all of these doors that are closed will open up, and you'll have all sorts of people selling all sorts of stuff.
Actually, down here is where I got my ears cleaned. I got the Chinese traditional way of ear cleaning.
Did they stick that little stringy thing in and spin it around really fast?
Oh,
So it, like,
absolutely.
dances on
Oh,
your,
we've got it here so we can show people.
Jerry's in the stream from This Is China. Hi,
Oh,
Jerry.
hey, Jerry.
If you haven't seen Jerry's channel, go check it out. There's some great content.
JaYoe from Australia.
Here's the ear cleaning, look. This is where I got it done.
Nice.
I'm going to give you a bit of a zoom on this guy, look.
So we're getting some ear cleaning going
She
on
looks
here.
very relaxed. It is a very relaxing thing. Hello.
Although my ears did ache for about a week after getting it done.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure why. I think they must have went too far. But it was an experience nevertheless. We've made a video on it. Are you a fan of this kind of stuff, Matt?
Yeah. What is it? Shao Kao?
It's like kind of barbecue food, isn't it?
I'm trying my keto diet, so anything meaty is right up my alley.
Let's have a wander down to the river down here.
You sure?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at
view.
bit of a look at these caricatures, though.
These are pretty cool. They have these loads of places there, don't they? They are pretty cool.
Oh, there's a cute dog there, look.
Sasha, yeah.
You got your... I was hoping that silhouette cutting guy was going to be here, the paper cutting
it's
guy.
not here yet.
Each number here is a phone number for an artist. If anybody out there can read that, I'm guessing that if you like that guy's style, you can call them and have them come down and they'll make your portrait in their own style.
You can pretty much go anywhere in a city in China and there's something going on. That's what I love about these cities. There's always something going on.
Hold your camera more steady, please. Yeah, you got to appreciate we're actually walking around, and
Don't have a
you know,
gimbal.
we don't have a gimbal on it, so it's not as easy as you think. You know. Anyway, we're coming down now by the river.
I'll try my best to hold it steady.
Yeah. So this is coming down by the river now. Oh, hello, Arthur Larson. You're in the stream again. Meat on a stick is good for keto, but watch out for sweet seasoning and sauce, Matt.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, really? Sweet seasoning and sauce is out of the everybody knows me for saying I'm always on keto, but then I always cheat. So
Thank you very much. Good life for that super chat. Good afternoon, Lee and Ollie. Yeah, we're actually here with Matt from JaYoe Nation as well.
Yep.
And, he's also streaming on his channel, I believe, also on his Facebook, right?
Sure am. Facebook too.
Now, you got some awesome drone footage, didn't you, of this bridge?
I have a great shot of I came under this bridge, and then there was a boat that was coming, and I came around the bow of the boat. Well, you could see Hongya Dong, because at night this thing looks like really, it's very hard to, like when we were walking around just now, it's really hard to get an idea of how beautiful this place is.
Oh, it really is.
It's really crazy. Even across the way, that convention center or arts center, that place has projectors. Hey Lee, what do you think? Do you think those are projectors, or do you think they're panels that light up?
I think that's panels. That's definitely panels.
Because
it's like an LED panels on there.
That is incredible.
Oh, here we go. We've got the metro going across now. Look.
Every 5 or 6 minutes it goes over.
That's awesome bridge. That
really,
is.
really
What's
beautiful.
the green building? It's the Opera House, right?
Opera House.
Yeah.
It's the Opera House, the green building.
Yes, this is Hongya Hao Chi Chen. Yep, that's where we are. You know what's interesting is we're standing on an area that says tourists stop in flood zone. So basically, if it's flooding, you should stop. When we had the amazing flooding in July, the water pretty much came over our feet. So if you can get an idea, if you could show that,
really?
If you could show that rebar down there, I mean, we are way, way above.
How much would you guess?
Over our feet.
I don't know. It said it went up about 5 to 6 meters.
That looks a lot more than that, though, doesn't it? Right? That.
But you can see the markings on the concrete here where water has kind of come up. Yeah, that stairwell was submerged.
So somebody's
pretty
saying
incredible.
We need the Osmo Mobile 3 gimbal. Unfortunately, we can't use that. We're not. This particular setup we can put on a gimbal, but it's a really big, heavy gimbal, so that's a no-no on this.
I think what I will do is press record, and it will crop in a little bit and give us a little bit of stabilization.
Watch the mic
strap.
Oh yeah. So we had the mic strap in front of the camera. So we've got over 200 in the stream now. Chongqing is not flooded at the moment. It has had some flooding, but it's been pretty localized. But the water's sort of significantly lower now than it was about a week or two ago, right?
Yeah,
it was a lot higher than this a couple of weeks ago.
A lot higher. Grammy Bay asked, it's a shame that the cable car was removed next to that bridge. I think you're thinking of the other bridge, because the bridge on the other side, on that side, is actually the same as and then it exits to the other side. That one does have a cable car that still is going, and I actually got a great drone shot right next to that cable car as it was, going over. Quite nice. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Actually, you know what's funny is I gave the Barretts a whole bunch of my content, and they gave me a whole bunch of their content. So a lot of our stuff is going to have some of the shots I took and some of the shots that you took.
Absolutely. Just want to reply to Kenneth Chu. We were at Yichang yesterday. We did visit the Three Gorges Jam, but we're back in
Three Gorges Jam.
Three Gorges Jam.
Yeah,
I love a Three Gorges Jam sandwich.
We're back at Chongqing downtown today, and Matt at JaYoe's leaving this evening to go back to Ningbo, and then we're heading to Shanghai for me. On the 12th maybe, and Ollie's going to Chengdu with his mates.
After that, so it's all happening. It's all happening.
Fake news has really been pushing the fear of the Three Gorges Dam. Kind of interesting. I was a bit succumbing to that too. That's why I wanted to go, because I was a bit.
Get this in the background.
Yeah, I was a bit concerned. I was thinking, what is going on there, and is there any truth to it? And we did a live stream from there, but we made some really good videos that'll be coming up on both of our channels.
Absolutely.
That show just this thing is a monster.
Oh my God!
Very well constructed from all outward appearances.
Obviously, we can't do detailed inspection like some people were suggesting.
I should have brought my calipers to test.
Obviously we can't do that. But like I said yesterday, China are not stupid. They will have lots of engineers. There'll be sensors all over the dam. They're not.
Do we want to go this way?
No, we want.
I think we want to go back inside.
Go back up the stairs.
Okay.
So, and another thing with that, the dam is a tourist spot. It's like going to the Statue of Liberty. When you go to the Statue of Liberty, they're not going to allow you to fly drones over the Statue of Liberty. If you go to the Statue of Liberty, there's going to be a lot of security around. If you go to the Statue of Liberty, there's all these things. And I think we were getting attacked on my live stream and some on yours for not, I don't know, they were saying that we were somehow, not able to fly drones because it's China. Of some China reason.
And because we weren't able to, the Western people can't show international people about how buckled the buckled the dam is. But
we were able to do as much as any Chinese tourist was able to do.
Yeah.
You know, and same as any Chinese tourist that might want to see the Statue of Liberty in America. You know.
Yeah, from where we.
James M is asking us all if we plan on going back to the UK soon, and how long will we stay in China? Well, right at the moment, I'm planning to stay here kind of indefinitely. I don't have any plans. Of course, I will go back to see family and that, but I don't have any plans to go and live back in the UK at this stage.
No, me either. I mean, my life has changed for the better since I moved here, so. I'm the kind of person who doesn't like to plan too far ahead, but right at this moment, I know I don't want things to change, so I'll be living here indefinitely until that changes, I guess.
Not a bad place to hang around for a little while.
Absolutely not. No, it's really not. And it's a huge place. It's a good base to travel. We can't travel at the moment outside of China, but when things open back up, it's a good base to travel the whole of Asia, isn't it? To go back and forth from the UK is a bit of a trek.
Life here in China is pretty normal. There's a lot of still mask regulations. Here in Chongqing, it's really relaxed. But when we went yesterday to the dam area, we ran into a whole bunch of crazy problems.
I think it varies massively from province to province. Like in Shenzhen, probably 60 to 70% of people still wear masks. And if you go on the metro, everybody's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
But here it seems a lot more relaxed.
Very relaxed.
And yeah, Hubei was really tight.
Yeah.
Obviously, Hubei is the province where it all started, and you know
they don't want to have it researched.
Hubei, so they are really super nervous. You know?
Yeah, it's not only actually when you go into a metro station here, it is enforced that you do wear masks. However, outside, you're not going to get people come up to you and tell you that you need to put one on. But people tend to do it anyway if they're in a crowded place.
Just out of respect.
Just out of respect of other people, yeah.
Yeah.
And
so I see we have Haley Rule in the comments, and I just want to respond to something that she put in the live stream comments yesterday. She was suggesting that we get inside the dam to do a thorough inspection. Well, obviously we can't do that. We had no special privilege going to the dam yesterday. We were at the tourist centre where literally anybody can go. And just a point, I mentioned that Matt's wife helped out with a few things.
Annie.
When I mentioned that, I wasn't suggesting she has contacts that got us in. You know, anybody can go to the Three Gorges Dam Visitor Centre. We're nothing special. You know, and I just think it's funny how people will make these assumptions and they have no clue really of what they're talking about, you know?
Well, they're searching for a bias to their, they're searching for a confirmation to their bias, really,
Yeah, we need to walk back down there and go upstairs, don't we?
Okay, let's do that.
We'll go into the
stairs and
sure, let's go up the stairs.
Absolutely.
Let me turn the mic around again. Can someone help me? Need a bi-directional mic there, that would be perfect. Okay, let's turn you around.
So up here, you got a little waterfall, some big drums, and a lot of these wishing cards. We saw a bunch of those wishing cards at, where was that? The wishing cards at the zip line, right? That zip line area.
Yes.
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, that zip line was great, man.
Yeah, we also, a couple of days ago, we visited an abandoned theme park, which was just amazing.
It was.
And we're going to have a video coming about that. So you really want to watch that video because we did something super special that literally we'd never get the opportunity to do again in our life, I reckon.
This is Chongqing Hot Pot here. If you look at the sign on the back, you can see how the hot pot is divided.
Yeah. Okay, so we have over 300 in the stream now, guys. So if you want to hit that thumbs up and get it out there, please feel free to do so. Thank you very much.
And that share button, that always helps if you...
Hello, Timothy. How are you, sir?
This looks fun.
We're not hungry just yet. It's still it's 12, but we haven't long had breakfast and a large breakfast. We need to be careful across these stepping stones, Ollie. Donna, hello Donna, yeah, Hot Pot restaurant there again. And possibly we may.
Dad, they can't hear you. Think about it. Think about what the mic is.
Absolutely cannot speak loud enough. Okay, so we're going across some stepping stones, across some water.
There's a nice breeze. There's a real nice breeze coming off that water. Sort of like yesterday at the dam. There's so much churning that the temperature dropped. Like
oh yeah, man. That dam was something special to see. That was.
Thanks for tuning in, April 1.
You better get behind me, Matt, because people won't be able to hear you.
Yeah, no
otherwise.
So, this kind of place, right? You can buy these little.
Yeah.
I just want to explain these all again.
All right.
So you can, here. So you can buy these, and you write little sort of good luck messages on, or messages that you've been here. And then you can hang them on here, and it's kind of a good luck, good fortune kind of thing.
There's a bit of a bad smell going on here.
Yeah, there is. Also, you got the locks here. These are like love locks.
Yeah.
In a lot of Asian countries, you'll find, even in Japan, I was in Japan, there was one of these bridges. You couldn't even see the chain links. It was just so many love locks.
Full of them.
They'd been putting them on in the last 50 years, so over time, it just kept collecting and collecting. It became a niche, and everybody wanted to do it.
What a nice little trail, but seems it's quite short. It goes back down here. What?
Hey Arthur, how's it going? Hello from Minnesota, Daniel. Hello.
So we're trying a little bit of a different streaming setup to get some better quality here. However, we might lose a bit of stability as we are not on a gimbal. So let us know if you prefer the better quality and less stability, or you prefer less quality and more stability. Hey, what a statue this is, though. Let's give you a little look at that. Whoa.
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
I know. In front of everybody or not.
I think he had too much bite.
I think what we should do is work our way up to the top, and we'll eventually get there and show people the Starbucks at the top.
Sure.
Because it's kind of a crazy building.
Should we go up those stairs?
I think you can go up and start working your way up from here.
Yeah, I think we should do that.
At least we're in the outside area, so the connection will be better.
Hi from Hefei.
What a pisser.
We've had quite a lot of comments asking us to go to Tibet and Xinjiang recently, haven't we? And we've been to a lot of places recently, and we are backed up with terabytes and terabytes of footage of videos to bring to you all. So we will be getting round to almost every place in China whilst we're here. But, you know, this stuff's going to take some time. So we're hoping to get to Xinjiang, like, at the end of this year, aren't we? But whether that will happen or not, we're not too sure yet.
I see comments like this. Are pangolins still on the menu? And it just shows you the sort of closed-mindedness of some people out there. You know, pangolins were never things that people ate.
They were medicine, right?
They
turned them into medicine.
The scales were used for medicinal purposes. So it just shows you how, you know,
it is sad though.
Some people actually are.
Those pangolins are like so damn cute.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
So,
the negatives. Huh? Don't focus on all the negatives. I am sweating buckets here.
I have been to Xinjiang and Tibet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I was in Xinjiang, Urumqi, and I went all the way to the border of Pakistan there, and I climbed a mountain in my preparation for Everest, and so I've seen the local people. Did
you get much footage there?
Huh?
Did you get much footage?
I got some beautiful footage.
So how was it, like filming in Xinjiang? Was it difficult? Was it just the same? Or?
There was definitely, when I went, which was about 5 or 6 years ago, the vibe was, everybody was on edge, you know, for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah, our favorite person. So, you know, so I don't know. You know, the guy that was our the host when you went into the hotel had to wear a flak jacket. There was a lot of like military presence around. Right. We could walk around the streets. It wasn't a big deal. We actually walked into the market street, had a bunch of skewered lamb meat, which was fantastic. And Tibet was similar, but there was also a lot of security around it. So I have been to both those areas, but you know, going on one visit to one place is very hard to build a consensus around it. But from what I saw, the security was there, but it was definitely a beautiful place.
It's probably
really
changed. It's probably changed a lot in the last 5 or 6 years as well. In terms of security.
I've seen people in the comments saying that internet is blocked in China. Well, that's really not true. You can easily use a VPN. We were speaking to some people from Alibaba the other day. The whole of their offices, they can connect to anything. You know, VPN on there. As a business, you can apply to the government to get a VPN. As an individual, you can use a VPN without a problem. Virtually all the international hotels in China have a VPN.
Yeah, you know, well, like we were talking before, I think they would they wouldn't be able to have as much business. They wouldn't have as many tourists. They wouldn't. They'd have a difficult time getting people here if they weren't allowed to use a VPN.
Yeah, it is a pain in the ass, right? Having to use a VPN, but that's just the way it is. You know, it's just like, you know, they ban these social media. The US are about to do the same with some Chinese social media. So, you know, it's how it is.
There's not like mobs of roving policemen that are, you know, going to take you away and throw you into an unmarked car. You know, if you're using a VPN, it's sort of an unsaid thing.
You get people like this, but I guess it is easy because it's blocked. I can Google things without a problem.
Yeah.
I can connect to my VPN and
I'm literally watching YouTube right now.
Yeah,
we're streaming and watching YouTube right now.
To be honest, though, before I came, it was a genuine concern because we've never been here. Until you come, you've never been, and you don't know how serious the VPN issue is, and you just hear in the West that the internet's blocked and social media is blocked. So when I came, it was a genuine concern of mine, but now that I've come here, I've realized it's much more simple than I originally thought.
There's workarounds.
Just say hello to Snarky guy who's just joined in. Hi Snarky.
How's it going, buddy?
Where's that cable car? Is it near here?
No, I think
on the other side.
Sure it is, because you got it.
No, it's not on
the
this
drone
side.
You'd have to walk forward and around. The bridge they're talking about the bridge on the other side of this peninsula.
Oh.
Because the river winds around this, and on the other side, that's where the cable car is.
So actually, right now on the stream, we are not using a VPN.
No,
StreamYard.
We're using a software called StreamYard, which doesn't require a VPN.
That's why you
watch YouTube on my phone, I'm using ExpressVPN.
You should
I'm using Astral.
That's why you should see a considerable quality upgrade, hopefully anyway, but a downgrade on the stability, as we're not able to use a gimbal with this camera. So hopefully it's not too bad.
So Haley Rule made your point. The point is, when VPNs are no longer needed would mean the internet is fully open. But that, you know, maybe China don't want a fully open internet. Is that a problem? Well, the Chinese people don't want it. You know,
we'll be doing a video about the banning of TikTok and WeChat later today, so that will be up in a few days, and you'll have some conversation on that.
Cool. You want to walk upstairs?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah. We might drop out with all this metal piping above it.
So guys, we have 370 people in. Let's hit that thumbs up.
Nice.
So we have over 500 streaming on 2 channels. Matt's also streaming into his Facebook, and we're showing you around Hongya Da.
Oh god, I nearly fell over.
And, it's kind of a touristy area, but it's pretty cool. We're getting to food now.
Oh, lovely stuff.
So we have a fruit cocktail going on here. This is kind of a dessert. Oh, this looks good. What's this?
I think that's plum juice.
Yeah, I want to get one of those.
I'm a big fan of plum juice. They are really good.
Do you want one?
Go
2
on.
for 20, yeah? Do you want one, Matt?
I don't want one.
Okay, Bianca.
I hope it's plum juice and it's not something weird.
Yeah.
You know, in China they have this black medicine. Have you had that yet?
No, I haven't.
It's like this, it's brewed in these big pots, and you can buy them on the streets. I've had it in a bunch of like the villages, and it's very like thick, and it's like cough medicine.
Oh no!
But it's
very
like herbal, very herbal.
Oh god. Yeah, they're big into their herbal medicines here in China, aren't they?
Okay,
so nice in China because you never even do you have your wallet on you?
No.
Do you have your wallet on you?
No, you don't need
Just need your phone. I mean, your phone, you can do everything.
Little fingerprint, lovely stuff.
No, it's just loading up.
And it takes away that worry of if you've got to carry around a bunch of cash with you. It takes away that worry of getting mugged, I guess.
Although I did wonder because we were at a place where we were buying subway or train tickets, and because you got to pull up the QR code to show the people, and I was thinking, what if somebody took a picture of your QR code? Could they use it?
Oh man, I've never thought about that.
That's done. Hey, done. Away
That's
we
a
go.
good point, though.
Get him. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll remember to take these.
Cheers.
Try this.
That's yours.
Hope it is what
Thanks.
we think it is.
Yeah, let's test it out then. It is plum juice.
That's lovely.
That is really good.
That is really nice and refreshing. Do you want to? It's nice, man.
Yeah, good.
Looks cool, but the light pollution is insane. Yeah, Chongqing's very, very hot.
It is.
So you get that it's like sort of a heat haze. It's not necessarily pollution because when it's a little bit less hot, this haze sort of drops out.
Yeah, you're right. It's similar in Shenzhen where you it's so hot you constantly have a bit of a haze. But where we were yesterday in Yicheng, I felt humidity there like I've never felt before.
God. The second the door opened, you walked out. It wasn't just sweat; it was like a coating on your phone and all your stuff. It was
that was absolutely insane.
It was like the definition of heavy, right? Like, it feels heavy.
Thanks. I'm just gonna swap hands.
If you want me to hold it all, you let me know.
It's a bit difficult for you to.
Yeah, but I can hold here.
You sure?
Yeah,
right,
you
cool.
do your thing.
Okay, so this is.
I don't know what these are.
It's some sort of beans.
I'm the cameraman now.
It's kind of some sort of beans or something.
Yeah, hello.
They smell quite spicy. This is kind of
I wonder
a
what
food alley, right?
I wonder what the word for live stream is in Chinese.
I have no idea.
Yeah, what is the word?
Let us know in the comment section, but in pinyin, so I can read it.
This is something I like. This is dried beef.
Thanks. It's all good.
This is nice on it.
Yeah, it's like jerky.
This is like beef jerky. It's like a dried beef, and they have like spicy and non-spicy.
Got a cute little cat here.
And that's really good, guys.
What a cute little kitten. Go on, say again. This looks like bark.
Yeah, it's like beef jerky. It's a dried beef, and they have like from non-spicy right the way up to really spicy.
Yeah.
But it's really, really nice.
They haven't dried it a bit too much, have they?
No.
Get her grabbing and get how juicy that is. That is
I've never
so
seen
nice.
it like that. I've only ever seen it like this.
Yeah, she's probably got to turn it every so often to keep the juicy stuff on top. Hot.
And he's getting to the bin.
And then another one of my favorites over here.
All right.
These aren't keto friendly, but they're rice crackers.
There's a lot of interesting snacks in China.
Yeah,
in different
for sure.
cities, you get all sorts of different stuff as well. Don't you?
Okay, so this
I'll
was
have a taste test on that then.
a little spicy. We're doing some ADR there. Ooh, that is very good.
How's that?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, because
It's not as spicy as I thought it'd be.
Yeah, we get attacked as being pro CCP just because we show what China's like, you know.
Well, bit of a beautiful girl on the scene here.
These are very popular in Ningbo. 结账宁波他们很喜欢这个的菜。
有了，非常的嘛，小袋子都可以试吃的。有了，
这个可以吃吃。
对，小袋子可以试吃。
Matt's Chinese is not bad at all. He's been helping us around quite a bit.
A little bit. It's not great.
Your Chinese is not too
I'm
bad.
learning.
Good. This is interesting. It looks like a store full of Rubik's cubes at the front.
Oh yeah.
Is it spicy sauce? It's hot pot sauce.
What's with all the Rubik's cubes?
Actually, I've just realised if you two stay in front of me, it works that much better if I have it this way. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, that's a cool looking store, isn't it?
That's weird.
But you know what it is? That's the gimmick to get you in the door.
Yeah. It's nothing like that inside.
But kind of is, right?
This is Hotpot.
Hot pot sauce.
Yeah.
You heat up the pot of water, you drop in your brick, and then you've got the base from which to cook all your stuff.
And the spicy and more spicy and less spicy and different flavors. This is really popular here. I don't know whether you can see that, but it's got all chilies in, look. There's that's obviously a hot one.
The white is the mild. Whoop.
And there's a bay leaf right in the middle there. Look.
Yeah, if you're watching from outside of China, hot pot, Hongya in Chinese, is the staple kind of food here in Chongqing.
Here you can see the layers. So this is like the oil layer and all of the spice, and then down below it you get like the peppers and more of the thicker stuff. I mean, once you put this in there, oh man, the whole room is gonna smell.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. My girlfriend often doesn't want to eat hot pot because the smell will get in her hair and ruin it for a week.
If you guys want to know what Hongya looks like at night, here's a artist interpretation. All of the roof lines light up with yellow, and you got the glows from all the lanterns and the white lights from all the storefronts lit up. It's really, really beautiful.
I can actually do a Rubik's Cube with one hand, but I just don't fancy showing you today. That'll be for a special occasion.
Yeah, we got frozen.
Are we? Man, I'm dripping.
It's still frozen. Yeah. We should come in as soon as we got open sky above us.
Do I need to get?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Do I need to get
Video
the?
Is gone. Is audio gone?
Just make sure it's plugged in the laptop.
Yeah, you're good. It's good.
Just take it out a little bit on this stool. It's mega hot. Put this back.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is. Careful.
I'm just going to refresh the page.
Yeah.
Sorry if we're getting a bit
Sound
of a...
is good. Somebody said there we go.
Okay, so we are back, guys. Apologies for that.
You're going to have to hold the laptop.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh. You can close the lid though.
That's all right. I'll hold it open for a bit
Close
while
the
it
lid.
cools down.
Sorry.
So we are back. We do apologise for that loss of stream. I think the laptop
Probably
overheated. I'm fine. I'm not gonna drop it. Don't worry.
You know, father-son team talk right there.
Okay, so we've had a super chat in off someone. Let me see if I can find.
There it is.
Oh,
Have fun in Chongqing.
Lima, have fun in Chongqing. Thank you very much, Lima. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
You know, if we wanted to stop for a cold drink, then we could sit down and open the computer and let it cool down
Let's
somewhere.
go for it. Let's go for it.
Why not go up to the Starbucks?
I'd like to go to Starbucks.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we're gonna have to go up the stairs though. else we will just cut the stream again.
Okay, so is that way?
We lost like 8 people there. Where's the stairs, Matt?
I don't know.
I think
There's the elevator, maybe right there.
We can't do elevator, we'll lose the stream.
Well, let's walk forward and find some stairs.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
No, it's really come to us as a surprise to us, hasn't it? How many people like to see just on the streets. I say we do.
But we all lose all the people. We just lost like 80.
I say we do it. I say we go up the elevator. Think about it. It's 11 floors, man. That's a long way.
Yeah, but if it stops at 2 or 3 floors on the way up, we're going to be in there a long time. I'd rather walk up the stairs, man.
All right.
We just vetoed us.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's stairs behind the elevator. There are stairs, but they're at the end of the walkway here. Keep an eye out for the Flying Tiger souvenirs from Arthur. Yeah, it's interesting. I've seen a bunch of like Flying Tiger museum memorabilia. It's kind of an interesting thing.
Got my laptop. It's just restaurants on restaurants on restaurants on tea shops.
If you think we're going to get out in the elevator,
Click that box. Let's go up here. Yeah, we are. We're about to go up the elevator, and we're going up from road level, and we're going to be back on road level when we get to the top. That's one of the coolest things about Chongqing. It's built in a mountain, basically, the whole city.
ups and downs all the way.
So you can't really get any flat road. If you're a cyclist, if you're on a bicycle, you don't want to be coming to Chongqing.
Outside.
Yeah.
Let me stand by the window so I've got to
Okay.
the hotspots closer to the window then. So hopefully we won't lose you, but if we do, we will be back with you as quick as we can.
I think we're
It's
good.
looking good at the moment.
We're all right.
Oh,
Get the
look at
bridge. There we go. It's nice.
We've lost
Today's
it.
very, very fuzzy, by the way.
It's gone.
Yeah, it is.
It's 11.
All right.
No, it's 9. Let's just walk up the last 2.
Yeah, right here.
Okay, we are.
There's no.
Okay, so we are making our way up the start. It's still at road level, so it's just a bit mad.
You know what's funny is that you're going to get people from like 10 years from now that are going to be like, cut out. How did you ever have signal cut out? You know what I mean? Like,
That's funny. That is.
There's a lot of pieces in the puzzle when you're streaming on the move. We're actually streaming at 1080p from a camera. We're not streaming from a phone.
As you can see, he's holding the laptop, and we've got a wire going through to the laptop here. That's why it's all happening basically. It's all happening. We're going through a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of frustration. There's a lot of puzzle pieces to this live streaming business, but we do it because it's fun, and you guys like to see it as well. It's all right.
Okay. So,
Oh, you get like a spicy smell.
if you want to do a view out
Oh,
there.
for sure we do. Take a look at this cityscape. I would put this cityscape at night anyway. I'd put it on par with.
Subway train coming over.
I'd put it on par with the Bund at Shanghai and in New York, man. This is like, it's top notch.
You know, if we flew from here, we could probably get a really, really nice city view from above.
Yeah.
I've been
That's
trying
true.
to find different places to fly from, and sometimes if you fly from the street, you hit that 120 meter mark
Sure,
and you
yeah,
can't
you're
fly
right.
over. But if you started here, you go 120 meters up from here.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You might be able to get over some stuff.
It's over there, man. It's over there.
I don't think so. It's right there. I can see it.
We'll have a look in a
So
minute.
yeah,
anyway.
this is the city view, and it is pretty impressive. It's actually better at night. The night view is just awesome here because all the bridges are lit up, and maybe tomorrow we'll bring you to show you a night view on a live stream. So,
You know what we did last time we were in Chongqing? Come around here a bit.
Yeah.
We had dinner, didn't we? Like just on the river, next to a bridge, looking over the city at night. And we sat there and we had dinner, the two of us. I had a beer, whatever we wanted, and it came to about $20 to $25 US. And I said, wow, that is just insane. If you wanted to have dinner with that kind of view in most Western cities, you're going to have to pay the price for that, aren't you? You're going to have to pay a considerable amount more for that kind of view and that kind of location. And that is one of the beauties about living here. Like right now, we're staying in a hotel that's pretty high end, and it's cost between the two. We're in a 2-bedroom, and
That'd be a twin.
it's a yeah, and it's about $65 US around there, and that's pretty
And it's
good.
it's like a what you would consider like a 4 or 5 star hotel in
the
America.
Wyndham Grand.
Yeah,
It's a really nice place.
Somebody else have been to Sertico. We have Sertico, but
Sertico.
not on this visit. We went about 3 weeks ago, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a bit of
Quite interesting.
a damp visit there.
It was raining very heavily that day.
Yeah, it was. But we went into a tea shop because it was raining, and we had like a authentic tea tasting experience, which was good fun. So there'll be a video on its way about that. Do you fancy holding the camera a little bit, Matt, and
Sure.
give it a bit of a...
Yeah.
Okay, so are we walking towards
Are we going to
Starbucks?
Starbucks?
Yeah, so we're kind of a bit dry after all that talking and a bit hot.
Yeah.
So we are going to grab a drink in Starbucks now because there's a Starbucks. As you can see, if you turn around, Matt, the road's behind us.
Yeah.
And we've come up 11 stories from the road. So it kind of plays with your head a bit,
Yeah.
these kind of places do.
We were just transported to another place, same level, but 11 floors up. Yeah.
Let me do.
I'm holding the camera now. So if it's more
Ollie's
steady,
gonna check
you can
out
blame me.
Comments. There's a lot going on in the stream.
Yeah.
We on our channel are up to 400. What are you up to, Matt?
I'm up to 157.
So we have over 500 in the stream. So anybody who hasn't hit that thumbs up button, guys.
Man, this quality is coming in great.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. Check
Yeah.
this out. This is sort of a impression of the Hongya buildings, just how they're kind of stacked on top of each other into the mountainside.
I mean, this is really, it's pretty incredible how they've built. I mean, it's a fairly steep face on the mountain, and they've built an 11-story building into the face of the mountain. That's pretty impressive.
We just went to the dam, right? Yeah. And on the way back, did you see that gorge that we rode over, the high-speed train?
Incredible.
Oh, yeah.
And there was buildings built into. Did you see those restaurants and stuff built into the rock face?
Dairy
Pretty
Queen.
Cool.
It seems like
No. Famous brand for American kids, right?
Yeah.
It seems like no infrastructure project really phases.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the tunnels.
authorities
The
here.
tunnels.
Oh,
How many
man.
tunnels did we go
took
through?
A 4-hour high-speed train that averages at about 200 kilometers an hour, and we probably spent more than 50% of the journey in tunnels.
Yeah.
Now that's a long, long way.
And that's not just a tunnel. Some of these tunnels were in like 8 or 10 minutes.
Yeah,
going
long,
200
long
kilometers
stretches of
an
tunnel.
Yeah, that was kind of insane, man.
And at 190 kilometers an hour,
Let's
you
get
know,
this
on top of
table
it.
here,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then I can go in
nice.
and get some coffees. Oh, you'll have to
I'll
get
go
the
get
cups.
it. I'll get it.
Yeah. So, yeah,
corner
let's
here?
What do you fancy, Matt?
I just want a Chadabe Meishe Rida. So
What's that in English as well?
a venti Americano hot.
Okay, cool.
a venti latte hot. Cheers. So I'm just going to put this bag down a bit because it's super heavy.
Cool.
And
for those of you just chimed in, hi, my name's Matt with the JaYoe Nation. This is Lee Barrett of the Barrett channel. We're doing sort of a cooperative live stream, so say hi to either of us. See, that's where that neck is going to come in handy, right?
Yeah.
That'll be really nice.
So we're gonna.
Yeah, I lent the guys here my selfie stick, so we have the camera able to be up a little bit higher. That's good.
So we
just Ollie can sit right here, right?
So we've just come to have a bit of a rest at Starbucks. I'm absolutely sweating buckets. It's hot here, but it's not just hot, it's super humid, you know. So it really is hot and humid.
You want an ice water?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm gonna ask Howard to get it.
So I just turn you around and you can see what's going on here. People going about their thing, having a stroll around. You might see some pretty girls.
Better if we're all tight.
Yeah, okay, see you later. I get A's got to go.
What would you guys want? Would you want us to face us or face out to the road? You let us know.
Should we sit that side and then we can get it us and the road?
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah. That's better.
Just moving around a bit so we can give you a view of us and what's going on behind us. Okay, good. Just pull that coat. Just pull it back.
Is she gonna come out with coffees?
No, I'm going to go back and look at it. So.
That's better. The lighting won't be as good, but
we'll be all right.
We'll be all right.
Position the camera. So you can also just come this way a bit, Matt. You can also see what's going on behind us now, so it's a little bit more interesting.
Do we need to let in some light? I got a solution for that. Just take the hat off. Look at that light. The ISO jumps the moment I take my hat off.
Okay, so as a guy here, Lee J, this one for you, Matt, because he's talking about the US. Does Starbucks in China taste the same as in the US? He didn't think so when he had one in Wenzhou.
I don't know. I know that Coca-Cola, the way that they add sugar to drinks, I know that certain companies do change the recipe to cater to the Chinese taste buds.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what? I've lived in China for so long now that I can't really remember that first time I had a cup. And I was like, oh, that's different.
I would say from memory, and again, it's a long time since I've had a Starbucks in, but it's slightly weaker here. Because actually, a lot of Chinese don't really like strong coffee. They like milky coffee. Yeah. So I think maybe it's a little bit weaker, but it's hard to, unless you have them side by side. White coffee at Chongqing must go to Hot Pot. Yeah, well, we haven't really that long ago had breakfast, so personally, I'm not really hungry yet. But Westerners, we tend to do lunch later than Chinese, so Chinese like their lunch at 12. I'm tend to sort of 1:30, 2 o'clock guy for lunch, even if I bother. Sometimes if I have a big breakfast, I don't bother with lunch.
I want to comment on something. A guy named Hotpot says, you are like a lot of Westerners. Your knowledge of China can all be put at the end of one of my hairs. So ignorant and disgusting.
Yeah, we often get leveled as well.
I have been all over China. I've been to Xinjiang. I've been to dozens and dozens of cities. I've talked to some Chinese people, and they've said, well, Matt, you've been to more places than me. I think it's maybe the person making this comment has got a bigger knowledge, but there's plenty of people that don't. And we live our lives here in China, and we know what we know. And we don't know what we don't know.
And I always find it strange when we get this thing leveled. Oh, you don't know China unless you speak Chinese. But, what you've got to realize is that there's a huge amount of Chinese people who speak excellent English.
Thank you, Ollie.
They grew up here in China. They speak excellent English. You don't have to be able to speak fluent Chinese to know China. You just don't.
Oh, this is cool, man.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a coffee.
I have every right to express my opinion here. Are people bullying? Some people are bullying my other others. Whatever.
And it seems to me it's kind of funny when you seem to have some people who think they know everything about China. They've never actually been here. You know,
well,
I find that
it's like
really kind of weird.
It's like I was talking in the car. Every single person has a different basis from which to build their own opinions. And our opinions are based on our experience. I've been in China for 10 years. You think that I don't have any idea of what China is like? That's crazy.
Yeah,
but if
stupid.
but if some other person has a different opinion, I don't think that's a wrong opinion or a right opinion. It's their opinion. And by us being able to share what we say and what from the knowledge that we've gained, I don't think there's any problem with that. You know?
Yeah, so again, even here after I've said that, I've got Haley Rule saying, "Are you kidding me? I lived in Xi'an and I hardly found any people who actually spoke English well." Well, maybe there's not many English speakers in Xi'an, but certainly in Shenzhen, Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, Ningbo. Is there any English speakers there, Matt?
Yeah.
Plenty.
In Guangzhou?
No, in Ningbo.
Oh, in Ningbo? Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The people just spewing negativity. I'd rather just ignore it. And I'm enjoying my life here in China, and
I'm good with that.
Absolutely
I'm good with that.
I mean, I want to talk about Chongqing and how we're having a great time here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just had the one comment. Humidity is so high here. You guys should try the hot pot.
It blows your head, man.
And this kind of weather, that is the last thing I want to be eating is hot pots.
I really like Chongqing. It's the second time I've been here, and as a city, it's really a cool city.
But you don't like that hot spice.
I'm not a spicy food
You wouldn't be
guy.
able to live here, would you?
No. I'd have to find some places that's. But saying that, I have found some nice food here that's not that spicy, and maybe my tolerance is increasing.
Maybe, yeah,
But
probably.
you know, but as a city, I mean, I walk around here at night, and it is really a rocking city. The people are busy. There's loads going on. There's families out enjoying themselves. There's young couples doing stuff. There's walks along the river. There's a fantastic cityscape. It is a real cool city.
It is very, very. It has a great personality.
It has a really good vibe going, man.
I like them. I like the spice. So like that makes it even better.
Yeah,
I like that
spice. All right with
spice.
the spicy food as well.
I enjoy spicy.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
I'm glad Starbucks is in most of these big cities, man, because
you know, Starbucks is that. Other than we were talking about taste while you were in there, do you think the coffee in China tastes different than the coffee back home? Starbucks.
I honestly don't have an opinion on that. I can't.
Unless you've got them both side by side.
Yeah, then you
and
could
taste
say.
it.
Then you could say.
But if it's like it's probably a good 18 months. No, maybe 12 months since I've drank coffee in Starbucks in England.
Yeah.
So I can't remember.
I would imagine it is probably a bit different because most of the beers are very different tasting here. So
they're weaker.
That blue beer. That blue beer tasted like good old Miller Lite that we had the other day. That was very. That brought me right back to mowing my lawn in America.
Something I find in Shenzhen, right? So southern China don't like sweet food. So you see this nice piece of cake in a bakery, and you're thinking, "Oh, that looks so nice." And then you eat it, and you're like disappointed because it's like it's not tasting how you think it should taste because there's no sweetness there. But then you come up to Shanghai, and I guess Ningbo's the same because you're close to Shanghai. Is the food sweeter there?
Yeah, they got some good sweet stuff there.
The bakeries in Shanghai are amazing, you know.
These guys are breadaholics. I went to the buffet and I'm like sausage and egg and all this like keto friendly stuff. I know. And then I look at Lee. He's got a Danish, a bagel, another Danish, a slice of bread. I'm like, and it kept going up and up. I'm like, what else is there other than bread?
I like having a full English at these hotels.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I will say, no hotel will have as good of one as I can make by myself at home. I love cooking a good full English when I'm back in England.
Isn't English breakfast with beans, right?
Yeah. Baked beans.
Baked beans.
With tomato sauce. Okay, Lin Chow, thank you very much for that super chat. It says, mate, I'm happy to see you enjoying your time in China. Absolutely enjoying my time in China.
Yeah, we've been doing it. This is something I've mentioned before, but until about 2 months ago, I'd only visited the top tier cities in China, the ones that everybody knows about internationally. It's not until more recently I've gotten to see more of rural China and some of the cities that are not so known internationally. So I feel like I've got a bit of a wider perspective on the country now, because I kind of felt like I didn't before, and I kind of felt like I was kind of cheating a little bit when I spoke about China, because I didn't have a full perspective on it. But I want to go. I want to travel all over before I eventually, decide to move elsewhere. Because there's a lot to see, a lot to do, and a lot of different cultures to experience.
I think you could travel around China for 10 years and still be discovering.
Oh my God!
Because it is so big and so diverse. I mean, you were on about, you were right up north, weren't you? You came across like this minority people.
Oh yeah.
And the government built a whole village for these minority people. A whole new village.
No,
right?
we walked in. There was a big grand entrance to this village, and we didn't really know what we were going to, because our driver just took us there. Oh, have a look at this village, it's cool. And Christine's translating what bits and bobs to me. We walk in, and she's like, "Oh yeah, this is I can't remember the name of this minority, but it's a minority group. There's only it's the smallest minority in China. There's only just about 100 odd of them left, and the government came in and built this whole village for them, and they had really grand houses. They had benefits that other people don't get. They had benefits that others don't get. Christine, my Chinese girlfriend, was talking to these locals for quite a long time, and she was telling those locals how a lot of people perceive minorities outside of China, and they were like, "What are you on about? The government are trying." Like, they were like, they had never heard of it. They didn't realize people thought that they were trying to get rid of the minority groups.
And what you're saying is so at odds with what the media in the West pushes.
They were like, "Oh no, we've been looked after brilliantly. We've had this house built for us. It's actually a B&B, a little hotel as well. And his son got free education, and he was just, kind of happy with the whole thing." So we got to fly the drone around that area, and again, that will be on an upcoming video.
I just want
to go at.
Just talk about this super chat before you go, Matt. Will Lowe, thanks for the coverage. Lucky for you guys, we can't travel to other states with Australia, but we can travel within WA. What's WA?
No idea.
Washington? No, he's
in Australia. But thank you very much for that super chat. Really appreciate it. That will go some way to helping buy these coffees. Thank you.
Yeah.
We are about to lose battery on here, so how are we going to deal with this?
Do you have another battery?
Oh, I've got it in my pocket, haven't I?
Yeah, powerful. There you go.
Oh.
I mean, like, just touch on the minority thing. I am always fighting that thing, because I don't know enough about it to make a real opinion. I have seen many, because there's many minorities that are in China. Many of them are celebrated and have a lot of like presence in China. This situation that I think everybody hears in the news, I have a tough time dealing with, but I wish I could know more about it. It's just like I don't know enough about it to make.
It is difficult.
Yeah, I don't deny that there's racism in many places in China, just like there are in many countries.
Well, we felt it during COVID, didn't we?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'd just like to say thank you to Arthur Larson. Arthur Larson is obviously somebody who knows about things in China, because his super chat is 8.88. And everybody knows in China 8 is a lucky number. So thank you very much for that, Arthur. And Arthur says, great live stream. Nice to see China vibrant and opened up. Can't wait to get back there again. Cheers. Cheers, Arthur. Appreciate that.
If we still had to walk around everywhere with a mask on here, I think I'd be dying in this heat, man. It's very serious humidity, serious heat right here. So it'd be difficult to be wearing a mask. It'd be wet at the moment. So
hey, Bouncer Boss. You guys know Bouncer Boss?
No.
That's a great name too, Bouncer Boss.
So another super chat here from Lin Chow. Sincere and kind people don't need to speak the same language to communicate. It is the bias and arrogance that divides people into groups. That's very true, I've had some real fun times here in China. Although I don't speak a lot of Chinese, I've had some real fun times with Chinese people, you know, and we both understand it. You know, it's amazing how far body language and gestures can take you without even having to speak each other's language. And sometimes it's funny, you know, you laugh about things. It's just
the smile is one of the most ubiquitous things. I mean, if you have a genuine smile, you can make a connection with somebody.
Absolutely.
That transcends language, transcends race, transcends everything.
Like, you mentioned something earlier, a couple of days ago, which was interesting. How, especially the older generation, because they might not see many foreigners around. They might walk past you with like the most blank stare, and you can make any kind of assumption from that stare.
Yeah.
But if you just crack a smile at them, they instantly change, and they basically become your friend.
And if you walked away from that situation without that smile, you might have thought, that was a government agent looking out for me, or that was somebody that's going to report me, or whatever. That was something.
That was a racist look.
And all it took was a smile to change that. Because sometimes people are nervous around foreigners.
And people are curious. People are very curious. I went to a very small, we went to a small rural area in JaYoe in Guangdong province. And we were like celebrities almost, because so many eyes on us, because a lot of these people have probably never seen a foreigner in the whole of their life, so of course they're going to be curious.
You know, I can't relate to it because it's never happened in my life, so I'd be interested to see it through their eyes and see how they think about just someone who looks completely different. I mean, you often get that with children as well. They're looking like, whoa, like, you're different to me, but they're not old enough to understand why, but they're like, I can hear sounds coming out of their mouth, but I don't understand, and they look different. So they're like,
thank you, Erica, for that super chat. Appreciate that. Enjoy your time in China. We certainly will. Thank you.
JK. I didn't block you, but maybe have you ever accidentally blocked somebody? You're like searching through the comments.
That does sometimes happen.
I'll check later and go to my because I got to go to my back end to check out. I got to look in my back end to see if I blocked you. See if there's a blockage in my back end. but I'll look you up, and if I did, I'm very sorry. Obviously, I wouldn't block you.
Quality's looking good, man.
Mike F says the people in China are incredibly friendly. Every city I've travelled to was warm and welcoming. I can absolutely contest and confer with that. Of all the time I've been in China, all the places I've traveled, people have always been friendly to me. I think there's been very few occasions where I've not that, and that's normally a taxi driver.
There's always
the odd one, but you know, on the whole, 99.9% of people here are very friendly and welcoming. And you know, people say, "Oh, that's because you're foreigners," but I don't see that. I see that people are generally pretty friendly here.
They are, and that's not to excuse the fact that occasionally you will get a bit of extra treatment when you are being a foreigner. Because they have this thing that they see you as a guest to their country, so they want to be hospitable towards you. But besides that, they are very friendly to each other as well.
If you've never been to a country like China, it's really hard to. It's hard. Like, I grew up in America. I'm an American, and it's a melting pot. There's Chinese, and there's Africans, and there's Europeans, and there's Asians, and we're all mixed together. But in China, it's becoming less and less that. But even now, we are a very, very slim percentage of the population. So we are unique in the area. So we get the looks, we get the reactions, and we get sometimes a little extra attention, you know. And it's a very interesting thing. Anybody watching, can I say one more thing?
Sure.
I was watching another video of somebody that was a little bit negative towards China. And in the comments section of that video was so detrimental to the growth of a lot of the people in the comment section, because what they were saying was, thank you for showing me how negative China is. I'm never going to go there and see it for myself.
Right.
Yeah, and that's crazy.
If you think of places, I've been to North Korea. I'm very happy I went there. I was able to see the people, see the smiling faces, and I have a better opinion for it. If you think China is crazy, maybe go there and see it for yourself if you haven't already.
Taught me coming here has taught me one very valuable lesson, because I genuinely didn't know what I was walking into when I came here. I just wanted to get out of England, and I wasn't financially stable enough to go anywhere in the world. And because you live here, I came to live with you for a bit. And I didn't particularly have a love to want to go to China. That was just the only place I could go outside of England. So I came here and I ended up falling in love with it. I really enjoyed it, and I realized that all of my stereotypes and all of my judgments before I came here were totally wrong. And I was able to make friends. I was able to go to bars and do the similar hobbies. You know, I do have an expat friend group as well, and pretty much do all the same things as I did back home.
I think what I would say, look, don't just listen to people. Channels are always negative about China. Look at the negative people, look at the positive people, look at the media in general, look at different medias, and then build a balanced view, you know, because for every positive there'll always be a negative, and for every negative there's a positive. We and Matt, we tend to focus on more positive things about China. Other people tend to focus on more negative things. Of course, every country has positives and negatives. It's not to say, you know, there's nothing negative in China, but there's also loads of positive about China, and that's what I want to be about. I'm not a negative person, you know. So it's
somebody asked about Alex from Reportify. He had, if you don't know, he had surgery on his ear. He's doing well. We just talked to him today, or the last couple of days, so he's doing all right. So
what day is it today? I've lost track of the days.
TH Tan, thank you for that super sticker. It's Saturday today.
Okay, so this is
appreciate that, TH Tan.
There wasn't a.
No, we didn't have a group funnel stream group stream today.
Okay.
I think there's too many people in different places, but I think it will be back next Saturday morning.
I thought you were going to say something.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. It's all right.
I can't wait to go out later and get some drone footage over the city. Man.
Yeah.
I was, because he already had the previous DJI drone. I was like, do we really need to get another drone? It's expensive.
Oh my God, that too is
and
amazing.
That is like, it's my favorite toy now. It's my favorite toy. It's like I could easily go out for the whole day, and the only motive just be to find places to take good drone shots.
And then you told me they're gonna have firmware update. Maybe we'll have live stream flights
from the drone. That would be so cool.
Could you imagine live streaming a flight?
Oh man.
I mean, come on.
I was just about to say, imagine if you could connect
that would be really cool.
Connect up some really far-range wireless mics to it as well and get audio on it.
I might have to open up a whole new channel just for live drone streaming. Drone streaming. Shush. I gotta check that like right now. Drone streaming. That is holy shit. I'm looking at it.
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, what did you guys think of that dam?
That was
pretty wild, right?
I mean, it really was. I mean, that's a serious feat of engineering, isn't it? You know, it's hard to get the scale of it.
It's so hard.
It is huge.
I would have loved if we could have gone on top of it.
Yeah.
And looked over the edge. You probably won't be able to look over the edge, but that would have been awesome.
Because I've been on the Hoover Dam and I've looked over the Hoover Dam. I found it was a little hard to see the perspective because it's so long and so high,
and you're quite far away.
It's just massive.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean?
Really hard to
really hard. The only way you could see it, they had these little cranes on top. They were little, but like I bet they're bigger than the building we're sitting at right now.
Definitely.
And they were just kind of sitting on top of that thing, just giving you that little added perspective and say, holy crap.
It's a sight to behold.
Yeah. I'm so glad I went there. I've seen the Hoover Dam. I flew over the Hoover Dam in a helicopter. From an engineering background, I just love that kind of thing because it is pretty impressive. And to be able to go and see that, I'll probably never do that again. You know,
it's not something you really think about doing twice.
You know, it's just to be one of the very small percentage of people in the world that can say, I've been there, I've seen it. I think it's great. I was looking at the flight on Concorde, and like you can't do that actually, it doesn't exist. you know, just it was great.
Yeah, you flew on the Concorde.
Yeah.
I think you talked about that story a couple of days ago. That's pretty awesome. I don't think I ever met anybody that's flown on the Concorde. You're the first.
I went on Concorde. It was only a short trip. I went from the UK to Germany, and then later I inquired how I was so impressed. I wanted to go on it on a longer flight, and I inquired how long it would be how much it would cost to fly to New York. It was some crazy amount of money.
$10,000.
So forget that. You know, it's.
Does the nose on that move?
Yeah,
based on how fast it goes, right?
I think it's to do when it's taking off and landing, and they had to make the body of some special aluminium because it gets so hot.
Aluminum.
Yeah. Lin Chow. I lived in Shanghai for up to 25 years old and then 20 years in Australia. Before I believed whatever Western media claiming that the CCPs hide a lot of things from the people, now I learned that a lot of them are just lying. Well, unfortunately, the media are very, very biased against China at the moment, and there's a lot of reasons why that is. I'm not going to go into those reasons now. I think our laptop might be overheating a bit, so we might have to tie the stream up.
Yeah.
Finish the stream up short.
Can you hear us okay, or is it just the visual?
Because we've been going for quite a while now.
How long is it now? It's
1 hour 15. We'll go for a little bit longer.
Okay.
I just want a massive thank you to Lin Chow there. That's an extremely generous super chat from yourself. So a big thank you. That does go a long way to help buy more equipment and bring more videos from different places in China to you. We do invest a whole lot back into it, and that's why we're able to bring you different videos from different places and better our equipment and bring you drone footage and all that stuff.
I just want to address one thing, okay? So a lot of viewers seem to think, you stay at all these really nice hotels, but what you've got to remember, those nice hotels here are kind of the price of the sort of more budget hotels in England and the US. We can stay in a 5-star hotel here for like $60. Now, there's no way you can do that in England. That would be a fairly budget hotel. So, that's why we're able to do that. I'm trying to clear that up because I don't want people thinking we're spending huge amounts of money staying in hotels when we're actually not. It's relatively reasonable here to stay in nice hotels. And,
we have a plan, don't we?
We will have a budget for a project, and we'll fit within that budget.
We have a plan to upload hotel reviews as well.
We do, yeah.
Make a website helping foreigners come to China, and they can go and see our experiences at different hotels, our experiences in different cities and places to go. Kind of a bit of an international travel guide, I guess, to help people come here. Because one thing I always think about when I talk about foreigners coming to China, I think most people come for business. I don't know that many tourists that come. They might come to Shanghai and Beijing, but other than that, you don't get a whole lot of tourists. I don't know if that's just my age group. It probably does, it's probably because of that a little bit. I remember at school when I'm getting to the sort of age and college where people are talking about traveling, taking a year off traveling. I can't recall one time anybody I knew talking about going to China. It's just not on the radar for people my age, and I hope that changes at some point, because and maybe this channel is able to inspire some people to come, because honestly there's a lot to see here. Just like any other country, there's a lot of beautiful scenery, there's a lot of great cities.
Okay, so I just want to give a shout out to my friend Mr. Tony. I've just noticed in the comments saying, how long are you guys staying in that city? Well, Matt leaves tonight back to Ningbo because he's got some family commitments to sort out. I'm with Ollie flying to Shanghai on the 10th. We've got 2 days in Shanghai, then Ollie is off to Chengdu and I'm back to Shenzhen. So I'll be back in Shenzhen on the 11th or the 12th. Ollie's then at Chengdu for 7 days? Back to Shenzhen on the 18th. So then we're going to try and have 2 or 3 weeks where we're not traveling because we need to get loads of content produced.
How many episodes do you have in the can?
at least 50.
Yeah, we need
50.
I think so.
50 videos.
Holy shit!
In the pipeline.
We have got terabytes upon terabytes of footage to edit and get videos
I know.
on there.
I've got like 30, and I'm going out of my mind.
I need to crank out like 2 edits per day at least for a while.
Holy moly!
I know.
Hey guys, for my channel, real quick, we went to the Hoover Dam. We went to the Three Gorges Dam. It's a topical video because I think that's in the news. I think the next video that's going to be on my channel that is not a live stream is going to be our interaction with the dam. It's way out of sync because I have like maybe 15 episodes before that. But I mean, everybody watching me in the JaYoe stream, let me know if that doesn't sound cool, but I think it's better to get it out because we were talking about it earlier. It's better to get that one out because it's more prescient. And then I'll go back and like sort of stack everything according to the timeline.
I'm pretty sure your viewers who are watching will want to see that.
Right now, in a lot of media, there's a lot of kind of misinformation about the Three Gorges Dam and the flooding here. Ollie, Fat KY wants to know why you're going to Chengdu.
A lot of the expats that I know here, that my little friends group, they're all teachers, so they have August off, just like the summer holiday. And that's the only time that they can travel during the year. So I'm going with 2 of my friends. They're both British, and we're going to have a little trip in Chengdu, and that's the city we chose.
Yeah, just a shout out to Karen Shan. She's a big supporter of our channel, and she can't wait for the videos from both of our channels, man. So
it'll be interesting to see how you use my content and I use some of your clips.
Absolutely. Matt and Ollie are both super expert drone pilots. I'm useless, but some of the footage they've got is just crazy good.
Oh man, it gives me chills. Some of you walking down that roller coaster, so beautiful. I'm really excited to see how you use that in your.
Just to explain a little bit what he's talking about, we went to a abandoned theme park. We had a clip where we did something on a roller coaster. I'm not going to tell you, but it's the coolest thing.
So
you need to watch those videos on our channels because that's kind of a once in a lifetime thing we did, isn't it? Really? And there won't be many people that can do that. And I didn't think we could, but we did. So watch out for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sadly, we weren't able to get footage droning over the Three Gorges Dam, but that's for obvious reasons. A lot of security, reasons why we weren't able to do that. Just the same as you wouldn't be able to fly a drone over a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Important places like the Hoover Dam,
significant
statues and things like that. So we don't have any drone footage of that, but we've got a great video on its way.
Mike X says Chengdu, Dan Dan Nian is a must.
Dan Dan Nian. Okay.
Dan Dan Nian. Yeah.
It's a must.
Okay.
Dan Dan Nian.
Keep that in
type of noodle. Yeah,
it's food. Yeah.
Just kind of think about this. If you could fly, would you get in trouble if you tried to fly over the Eiffel Tower with the drone?
Absolutely.
Right?
So,
yeah.
Right.
You imagine if you got your drone out over Buckingham Palace or the House of Parliament or
for
Big
sure.
Ben.
And the dam is like, it's like a mega important structure. Yeah.
I mean, in a lot of British cities now, you ain't going to be able to get a drone off the floor.
Yeah.
It's freer here to fly drones than it is in England.
Absolutely. Yeah. I just want to touch on what we spoke about earlier. It was about that we were saying we feel it's more free to film on a camera here than it is back in the UK.
Yeah.
But for very different reasons. The public in the UK, there's this. It's getting more and more that people they're so interested in keeping their privacy. And I guess if you question a lot of people, they wouldn't really know why. They just have this mob mentality of keeping privacy. So if you, like you mentioned before, you went into just a garden centre.
Yeah.
And
I was just filming my mum and dad.
Yeah, and the staff member came over and said, "You're not allowed to film in here," because he's already had complaints from people that have been there.
It might get caught on camera.
Customers might get caught on camera. And I said this in a recent video as well, that if I'm walking around with a camera in England, I feel way more judged and nervous about doing it in public places.
America too.
And I'm not quite sure why that is. I'm not quite sure. I think it does help that I'm in a different country where most people speak a different language. So from a psychology point of view, I feel more comfortable. But also, people love to be on camera here. They're so used to it. They're so used to people taking photos. They're so used to people live streaming. And people jump into the camera and say, hello, hello. And they want to be on camera. They think it's fun.
Especially younger people.
Especially younger people. And you really, I said we should do a video on this because there has been once or twice where low-level security have said, well, quite a few times, low-level security have said, look, you can't film it here. But I've never had it on an authoritative level of the police saying you can't film, or any like military people or any people, any police or military. I've never had them say, oh, you've got to put your camera away.
Yeah, I think obviously if you were snooping near a military base,
of course.
all around, I was doing a live stream once and I was walking towards some police and they were like, not normal police, they were like these kind of, I don't know, heavier fortified police. And he said, no filming, no filming. And I didn't understand, and it was actually because I was filming them. I didn't realise I was pointing the camera at them while I was walking. Right. And as soon as I sort of turned, I started walking, it was fine, Whereas I think if I'd have been in the UK then, the consequences would have probably been different. You wouldn't have been just allowed to walk away, and they'd have come and probably got hold of me and questioned me a bit more and things like that.
Potentially, it's always different people in different moods as well. One person might do one thing, and on a different day they might act differently. So it's kind of on an individual.
I was preparing for a marathon. I did the Great Wall Marathon. I ran the marathon on the Great Wall of China, full marathon, first full marathon. Anyways, I was training in Ningbo, running around a lake called Dongshan Lake, and I'm running, shirt off, sweaty and everything, and I get lost. So my wife Annie, I think it was before we were married. Either way, I get my phone out and I'm like, where am I? And the first thing you do is you take a picture, you send it to your wife or whatever, say, where am I? How the hell do I get out of here? It turns out I took a picture of the entrance to one of these military installations. I mean, it was very, like, I stopped, I got my phone out, I looked at the gate, I took a picture, I put it to them. Guy, what is this guy doing? To me, I had earphones. I didn't know what I was doing. And then I turn around and I start running, and these guys with AK-47s and full military gear are running behind me. Yeah, get over here. And I'm like, holy shit, what's going on? And they took me, they interrogated me. They had an English-speaking interrogator come by. They asked me a bunch of questions, and they called Annie and made sure that she had the same answers to the questions and everything. I mean, in the end, the liaison interpreter and I were buddies and hanging out, but it was crazy.
Frightening for a bit.
It was a little scary.
Mad. Like, you just had your earphones in, and all of a sudden you got
oh my god, it was crazy.
I used to get a little bit worried in Vietnam because they're all like openly holding AK-47s, the big security guys. When you're walking around, it's like, whoa.
Well, sometimes you get the bank people, right? You'll have a big black bank truck that's armored, and you have the guys with the shotguns, that are outside. But other than that, I've never seen any.
You must be a little bit more used to it, but living in America, all the police have got.
Everybody's packing.
So, was it where you lived? Was it open carry there or
Detroit? Yeah. If you have, I think you can have your open carry. I was never much of a shooter, so I never knew too much. But I know a bunch of my friends were able to have a concealed carry. I think it was concealed carry.
I've never been. We didn't grow up in a society where people carry guns. So in the UK, guns are something that gangs have, maybe drug dealers, but it's not kind of a general thing. So most of our police are not armed. We'll have armed police at airports, and we'll have armed response units. When they're taking like some big criminal down, they will deploy an armed response unit. But generally, our general
just billy
police,
clubs, right? They'll have a billy club, right?
They don't have they don't carry guns.
Similarly in China, other than the bank people that you were just talking
you
about.
don't see them on the streets.
Yeah. All right. Has anyone got any parting words they want to throw out there?
You know what? We haven't met until this trip face to face.
Yeah,
it's been really, really nice. You know,
it's been great.
You meet people online, and you meet people through what we've been doing and on the groups and everything. And it's sitting down and having a drink and socializing. It's really, really cool.
If we weren't doing YouTube, we'd have never crossed paths.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's good, man.
It was good to see you.
Yeah.
Wow. That worked out really well. That was meant to be.
We'll do this again somewhere else.
Yeah. Let's do that. That would be cool. You know, the way that this sort of happened, the way it did is that we were talking about, I said, I'm in Chongqing. I really want to see the Three Gorges Dam. And then Lee was like, I really want to see the Three Gorges Dam. Let me know when you go. And so it just sort of fell together. It's really nice.
Yeah, we came back up to Chongqing. Matt was already here.
Yeah.
We got up to Yicheng.
And then what was it? Yeah, Yicheng, basically. Yeah. There's a smaller city that has a dam in it.
And then we traveled to the dam from there, and we did it all. It was brilliant. And we were back here last night. So we got an extra 2 days here. Matt's departing tonight. But we've had a great time. We've had some good fun.
We have some really cool stories that you guys are going to really have on all of our channels.
Yeah, absolutely. Literally, something from every day is like probably something we'll never forget. Like, absolutely. Cheers, man.
Yeah, you guys don't realise how hot and humid
it is very hot
here. It's really hot and humid.
Anyway, we're going to wrap the stream up here. Just a quick note to anybody watching on our channel. A huge thank you for tuning in.
Same here, JaYoe Nation. Thank you.
It's great to see you in here. Anybody who's tuned in, liked, shared, or sent a super chat or anything like that, it's a huge thank you.
If anybody on our channel not aware of Matt's channel, JaYoe Nation, give it out. JaYoe.
JaYoe.
It's in the description as well.
Yeah. Give each other's channel a try, you know. I don't want you to stick around if you don't like it, but go to Barrett's and see what you like. And go here, see what you like.
Actually, Matt's really close to 80,000, so it'd be great if you can push him over the edge.
So actually, Matt's kind of like a bit of a superhero with the stuff he's done in his life. He's done all sorts of cool stuff. We've got a fairly diverse mix of stuff on our channel. Some a little bit political. We do a lot of travel. We started to do factory visits and stuff. So there's a whole mix of stuff on there. So go check it out.
Travel tip: don't forget to bring a towel.
Oh man, absolutely.
And a big thank you to all those who supported us. Thank you everybody for tuning in. As always, for now, take care.
Take care, everybody.
And JaYoe.
See you next time. Oh, I can't see the screen. Where are we?
Bye, guys.
See you later.